Hello friends, in this video I'm going to discuss how you can trust the flow to provide everything you desire and more. Let's go! What do you expect the universe to be? When you wake up in the morning and you grab your magic wand, whether you know it or not, you are creating what your day, your moments, what your universe is gonna be by what you expect, what you think, what you plan on happening. You know, you are God. So you're going to create it whether you are consciously aware or you're going on autopilot. You know, you can expect on purpose magic and miracles and wonderfulness. But if you're asleep and you forget to remind yourself and stay aligned, like I said, you're going to go on autopilot and what you get is what you get. So purposefully plant those seeds. Take your magic wand and be it. Be your expectations, because that is going to happen. Whatever level you set, that is a level you will attain. And like I always say, it's not purposefully going out to grab it. It's allowing what you know your desires are and watching them manifest. The universe, God, you, is providing for you all the time. You are never in lack. You are never in want. You are never in need. Your requirements, or whatever you want to label them as, are always being met. There's a line in the Bible about how the birds, they don't work, they don't toil, but God feeds them and provides for them. The lilies in the field, they're clothed finer than the raiments of Solomon, because they just exist. They don't fight, they don't struggle, they don't try to attain anything. They just are, and God, the oneness, just bursts them into life. You are the same. You're being provided for. Get on that vibe, understand that, and banish any worries of how am I going to survive? Because it's flowing. Ride the flow. Become tandem. Get into that flow. Understand that when you came to this earth and you were born into the flow, and you have never left the flow. Only your bullshit or whatever you've gathered with your ego, that is the only thing that has blocked the flow. It's time to release that and allow the flow. There's so many stories of yogis or people who are spiritually aligned who just roamed this earth with nothing. But they had such a faith in being provided for that they were happy, in tune, and they just were provided for. I've been down to nothing and known that there is a level I will stay at. I will always be fed, there will always be water, I will always be clothed, and it does appear. A lot of people, they live paycheck to paycheck, and they're in their houses and they pay their rent and they know that X amount of money is coming on this date, but there is such a fear of it all crumbling around them and worried that where's the next thing gonna come from? Am I gonna make enough money this week to do this and this and this? And that is where all that anxiety comes from. I personally have been living for the last 2 years as a nomad, as a gypsy. And I cannot tell you how much security and freedom is in that. Living on close to nothing and knowing that I will be provided for has been such a magical understanding to me that this is your paycheck. Vibration is your currency. You don't have to give away everything just to attain it, But understand that whatever level you're at, if you're working a job and you're paying rent and you have a home and stuff, just know that it's going to be okay. It is okay. You are grounded and centered here on earth. Whether your head's in the clouds, your head's down here, your head's way down here, it's okay. You know, just feel the vibe, release into it, and know that the goodness is wrapping itself around you. And whether you want to call it God, the universe, whatever, the power, isness, it's taking care of you. It will always provide for you, because that's why you came to earth, is to burst like the flowers, the clouds, the spring air. You are at one with the flow. And the wonderful, ironic thing about it is the more you let go of your attachments to all of the, how am I going to make this money? How am I going to pay these bills, these plans, and this and that? The more you let go to that and realize that you're part of the flow, and the universe is providing no matter what, the more you sink into that vibe, the more the universe hands you and gives you. You know, we fear that if we let go of our worries and our planning and our trying to make sure this happens and we're provided for with our paychecks or whatever, or however you provide for yourself, I don't want to let that go, because then what'll happen? Then I'll go down no money and have nothing and be on the streets. But if you let that attachment go, you know, and actually, it's a scary, uncertain place for many people. But if you let go of that fear, then more will be given to you and handed to you than your little clinging situation. You know, I'm just going to get these crumbs because these crumbs are all I've ever known, and I'm surviving. I'm surviving on crumbs. Look, I'm doing okay. But if you let go just surviving on your crumbs, the banquet appears. You know, if you jump off the cliff not knowing, oh gosh, that net will appear. And that bouncy, wonderful net you can start jumping on, playing on like a child. And then you see the sky, you see the clouds, you see opportunities. When you are just doing what you've been doing forever out of fear, you go like this. Because there's your next paycheck. There's your gotta do this to survive. But look around, there's so much more that wants to come in and flow and flood to you. You know, the universe is saying, hey, I literally want to give you the bounty and the wonderfulness and the millions of dollars, the great relationship. Everything you want is here. But we're just going, I gotta find that one lover. I have to do this and this and this to be successful. I have to do this to earn this much money to be here where I want to go. And then you miss the magic around you. And trust me, when you start flowing, oh, there are just things that you would never even think. It expands you and you grow. You know, like, let me tell you a story. I recently was down to nothing, you know, and I had my wallet stolen, and I came here to Colorado with the job all set up, a wonderful job, going up Pikes Peak, giving the tour. Everything was in line for me. I had everything in line. You know, I forgot about this for a moment. I had everything in line. I got my wallet stolen, and all of my just kind of crumbled. And I was in that uncertainty. And instead of picking my next path, instead of picking my next, well, okay, I'm going to do this and this and this, I said, okay, fine. Let's see it. Let's see the magic. And the magic just came. It just started flowing. I had opportunities. I started meeting people. I realized something within myself. Right now I'm working at a Renaissance festival, meeting all these people. Money is coming. I get to act silly and play in the forest mountains of Colorado. And I've recently been working with children and learning how much passion I have for just connecting with them and how good I am at that. You know, how good I am at showing these children and teaching them. I'm doing a game. I'm doing this cool game with darts and balloons, and I'm showing children what they have inside them and how much power and how much confidence they have in each child. I see God in their eyes, and they walk away with more confidence and power. You know, I'm not sure if I'd done my other job selling tickets at a cog railway, I'm sure there would have been other experiences or just was as wonderful, but for some reason, the universe allowed me to be in this situation that I'm in. And it all came from someone stealing my wallet, which I am thankful for. I'm not mad at this person stealing my wallet and everything crumbling around me. I just said, okay, I lost the flow. Let's get back into it. And since then, I've been able to make these videos more. I've been provided for monetarily, financially, and these experiences have opened up that I would have never, ever seen when I was like this. So, ride the flow. It's waiting for you to unlock the door with the key you've always had and magically allow it to express. And when it expresses, inspired action leads you to somewhere so magical that you would have never planned on before. Now, I know many of you are in situations where, you know, you have a child, you have a house, you have car payments and, you know, all the stuff that most Americans have. I'm not saying quit your job, put on a robe, become a nomad gypsy. I'm just saying loosen. Whatever your is, allow that to release, you know? And when you do that, and you're just happy and you just flow, that is not only contagious to others, but it expands who you are. You learn things, you see the magic surrounding you. And, you know, keep making that paycheck. That's fine. Keep doing what you're doing, but don't do this with it. You know that, okay, I'm making this paycheck to paycheck situation, but there's more. That's not it. That's not all to get to here, to get to here, to get to here, to get to here. Anything could happen. Anything. And anything is happening. Just every day loosen and be more in that flow. And do what you're doing. You know, continue down whatever path. But don't be attached to that path and cling to that path as the only way. Then you can allow whatever paths might open and burst from there to, you know, come in and flow through you. So above all, be grateful, be thankful for what you have. And when you do that and you're thankful for what you have, there's an energy that'll flow through you that will allow that flow. You know, when you're like just so grateful, that is so positive, and it's such a channel opening experience. And all the other stuff you're worried about, you just don't have time. There's no space or no room for that to even exist when your prayer of gratitude is there constantly. You know, be in a constant state of gratitude and allowing, and watch the magic flow. It really will. And all the things the universe has said, I just want to provide and flood this person with all this magic, you know, that will start happening. Those blocks will fade away, and then something else will come in to replace those blocks. That energy that you're giving toward, that energy channel will open, and then, you'll be surprised and delighted and just amazed at what falls at your feet. You really will. So thank you for watching what turned into a hype video. I love you. Mwah.